Hello, dear Libra, and welcome to your July 2022 readings with me. If you're new to my channel, dear Libra, I suggest you please do subscribe so that you're notified every time I release a new video. So let's get started to see what's in store for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And your month starts with a beautiful energy. This energy is all about surprises. Expect some pleasant surprises. Expect some kind of a news to come to you. This news can be related to you if you were waiting for that letter, that confirmation to come in on your side, or it can also be related to a person in your family. Some kind of surprise visits are also seen. Either you give a surprise visit to your family members, or you get a surprise visit from friends or family that you have not seen since very, very long. Some kind of happy announcements are also seen under this energy, my dear Librans, for you. This can be related to your finances, it can be related to your well-being, it can be related to your work, it can be related to somebody in the family. That something nice is happening. This is what I'm seeing, my dear Librans, for you in the first week. And then we are going to the second week, my dear Librans. And the second week is all about connecting. This is about connecting uh, through different means of communication. So I'm seeing the second week Librans are networking a lot. This can be online networking or offline networking also. And I'm seeing that Librans are very much writing, texting, calling, some kind of things are happening. And I am also seeing, my dear Libra, in the second week that some kind of news you might announce, or it can come to you where you hear about some kind of ending, my dear Librans, in the second week. So this can be a news of somebody's life journey that has got over on this earth. It can be the news coming like that, that someone whom you knew who was tired or very elderly has crossed over. And otherwise also it can be that someone, or basically you yourself, are changing your jobs. You're giving a resignation letter or so, also for some of the Librans, while for some of you it is about receiving an information regarding an end of a job for someone. Like it might be your friend, he tells you that, oh, finally, I have been sacked, or there was downsizing in my company, and then this kind of things can happen. So there can be some news of an ending, my dear Librans, in the second week also. Or it can also be the energy here that I'm seeing, that the energy is also that about the news that you were expecting and it is getting delayed. There is a kind of a lot of wait before you get the news. There is going to be a kind of a delay energy in the news to arrive to you, or most probably some internet connections just get cut, and none of us can communicate with each other. For example, under this kind of energy, this can also happen, that the servers are not working, things are not being communicated, because you wanted to make that call but your phone is not getting connected, or maybe the servers are not working, so that message or that news that was to come or you were supposed to send doesn't get sent. So this kind of energy can happen. So there can be a kind of a delay energy in the second week regarding something, or a cutoff of communication with someone also can happen, my dear Libran. So in this case, what do you do? Because it's true that we can become impatient, right, when we are waiting for some news, or we are waiting to connect somewhere and we can't get connected, or somebody just blocks us. Then at that time, what do? We have to be just patient. Let the storm pass and things will start going on. And my dear Libra students, also don't get don't panic over things that have not arrived on time. It will take time, but it will definitely come, but it will take time, my dear Libra students. And also, if something hasn't worked out, think long term, that most probably there was a very good reason behind it, that it hasn't worked out for you in a particular scenario, in a particular way, that everything is designed, so that we follow our spiritual path and we evolve on that. So sometimes we get things because we have some things to do on that path, and sometimes we don't get things because our path is somewhere else, and then still we keep on pushing and pushing on that path, where the door is not ready to open because it was never a door, it was a wall, and the door is somewhere else. So you need to find that particular door also, my dear Librans. So not to get disheartened, but to know something better is awaiting, my dear Librans. Okay, and then we go to the third week. And the third week is a wonderful, beautiful energy of creativity. So, whatever creative you do, it can be painting, dancing, cooking, singing, writing, gardening, whatever creativity, that ideas that you're flooded with in the third week, put it to practice, because this can really create wonders. Okay, whatever spontaneously is coming inside of you, those creative ideas, when they come spontaneously, out of the box kind of thinking comes, and something creative comes, you have to know that this is not coming from you. Actually, it's coming from above. Okay, it's a divine inspiration that just sinks in, and then you just like, wow, I never thought of it, and how come it just suddenly came? Well, there is the divine waiting there. Those energies are just getting downloaded, and you just come up with something amazing. So, whatever comes creatively for you in this third week, please put it to practice, use it in some way, all right? And I'm seeing Librans being very, very creative in the third week. They are going to do something really wonderful when it comes to their field of expertise. This is what I'm seeing. Money wise, things are going to be fine, and if you are investing creatively, well, I would say that it will give you good returns. All right, in the future there will be good returns on a creative project also, so go ahead with it, my dear Librans. This is what I'm seeing. Even for student Librans, I'm seeing that your creativity is beyond the sky limits. All right, so just keep on brushing this creativity inside of you and make some things every time. Just don't give up, and don't we all search for perfection when we do something, but perfection comes afterwards, right? But first, whatever is coming, just do it. And spontaneity is always rewarded by the universe. This is my own experience. So I would say be spontaneous. All right, be spontaneous in whatever you produce, whatever you create at this point of time, because it will be rewarded by the universe. All right, by our mother universe, I would say. And then we go to the last week. And the last week, my dear Librans, you are dealing with the feminine energy over here. And this feminine energy is somebody who is helping you out at your workplace, at your school, college, university. It can be your teacher, it can be your colleague, it can be your partner, but here it's more the ex-partner that I see, or a person from your past is making an appearance, my dear Libra, in the last week. And however, I would like to tell you is that take care of this person, because if this is the person of your past, then this energy is not to be trusted very easily, because they always think first about themselves and then they think about others. So me first is their kind of agenda. All right, so just be careful about that. And at work you need to be careful also, because this kind of a feminine selfish energy can take up all the credit of your work, just by saying that, well, just giving you one or two hints, and then all that hard work that you have done, they are just placing the cherry on the top of your baked cake, and then saying that I did the decoration, this kind of a thing. So you just be very, very careful and straightforward with these kind of people, so that they don't mess with you afterwards. For some of you, I'm seeing that you're visiting some kind of administration, some kind of health buildings also. It can be a hospital, it can be a clinic, a dental clinic also for some of you. And here you are dealing with a feminine energy also, who is, of course, is intelligent, but at the same time you need to really ask more questions before you take the decisions regarding some particular intervention or particular signing of papers. Just be careful about what you're signing also in the last week, my dear Librans. And I'm seeing, as I said, this is a feminine energy influence, so be careful not to be very trustworthy. I would say not to trust, I messed it up by saying trustworthy. You have to always be trustworthy, but at the same time, don't trust a person whom you don't know completely. All right, so just be careful in the fourth week when you're dealing with this feminine energy. And when it comes to your person of the past, not much hope over here because there is a hidden agenda over here. So just be careful with that. So just be careful, my dear Librans. It's a strange kind of sound, right? Wow, don't know where it came from. All right, so sorry for that, my dear Librans. So I wish you a beautiful July 2022. Take good care of yourself and just be careful regarding your relationships. All in all, I feel some kind of miscommunication, misunderstanding can happen that can lead to an end of a relationship. So just be careful about that. All right, my dear Librans. Bye bye. God bless. Take care.